Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Weekend Show. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you managed to get some golf in. It's not stopped raining again here in the UK. I'm filming today in the rain as usual, so hopefully it will give us a break sometime soon, please. So as the title says, I'm looking to make a little change, and the change is in terms of my swing, a little swing tweak and how my body moves in the swing. As when I'm editing my video, there's definitely a few things in my swing what I don't like, and I've always not liked, to be fair. And it's not all about cosmetics, but I know there's a few things that's going off in my swing that's causing me to manipulate the club a lot more than I want to. For those of you who follow me or have seen my videos before, obviously speed is not the problem, but I want to be able to control this speed a lot more efficiently. So I'm going to talk about how I plan to do that and really commit to these little minor tweaks. Right, let's go find that ball and we'll go and have a chat down there. Right guys, so the one thing I really hate with my swing, which if we put a video of what I was analysing the other day, is that I've always got too steep as we're coming in. But with the GC3, I've managed to work away. So the outcome, I get the numbers, I get the spin numbers, but it does lead me to a bit more inconsistency, and it's absolutely throwing it down. This weather. So that's what I really want to work on. The old shallowing, but just not coming in too steep. I get way over the plane, which leads me to stand up. So obviously there's a few things what lead to that. I have a tendency to always spin out too early. So that's one thing I've got to work with. I'm working on the new slight move is more of the pressure shift. So really getting onto my right side, but instead of staying on my right hand side, now I want to go right, recentral, and then get over to my left side, compressing that ball. So moving the pressure and the mass a lot more efficiently. And the big thing what I see on my swing is that as I start the downswing, because I spin, the first move is actually here, the shoulder goes there, and it steepens, and I'm playing catch up. So the tendency I have is that I do tend to stand up in order to get to the ball, stalls the hips sometimes, then the flippy starts. So that's what I really want to commit to, really get this body moving better, let the hands drop, get this club in a better position to be more efficient through that ball. So try and get much more efficient and utilize the speed what I got. Ooh, pin high. All right, so how I'm going to do this, we'll talk further down there. It's rain. Right guys, pop down to the first hit, try and get a bit of shelter here on the academy course at Tacton Park Golf Club. So how I plan to try and make these changes, the first one for me is definitely mobility. The last 3-4 weeks, the day job, which is the PR company with my wife, has been super busy. Also, there's a lot of Golf Mad Dad stuff happening in the background, and with the editing, I've been sitting down way too much. So for me, I get really tight in my glutes, in my trap areas. I've been neglecting the gym a little bit because I still want to spend time with my boy every day. So I have definitely got to start hitting my mobility every day to be able to get into the positions I want to get in a lot more easily. I've got to start back with my daily mobility programs. Also, what worked really well 3-4 weeks ago, I started using the lacrosse ball to really get deep into the muscle. So a bit of muscle tissue massaging, that was really releasing the muscle, because I've got a desk job like probably many of you down there. So you get really tight. I was deep massaging, really painful, but we're getting deep into the muscles around the traps, the upper back, all the rotation areas, into the glutes, up to the lower back, really tight. But this did really help. So I must make time to hit the mobility. So that's going to help me get into the positions that I really want to get into to make these subtle swing changes for me. So secondly, again, which links into what I've just said previously, but it's the gym work. Got to get back into my strength training, which I haven't managed to be able to fit in regularly over the past 3-4 weeks, again, with work, family commitments. So that's a must, because for me, with sitting down for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, sometimes on the desk working, I definitely get too tight. But when I'm hitting the gym regularly and strength training and doing the mobility work, all these muscle aches definitely go away. And when I do get a chance to play golf, I recover a lot faster. So strength work for me is going to be super important. So I must get back into my strength routine also. So thirdly, in terms of swing mechanics, I've definitely got to try and stop the hips from spinning too early. They just get too fast, and then that sends my club path out and too steep, and that's where my slight issues are occurring. So to try and help the hips from not spinning out so early, I'm learning, and I've done a couple of new drills over the last couple of days of moving my mass and my pressure a lot more efficiently. So to start the backswing, I'm moving into my right hand side. Before I get to first arm parallel, I'm actually recentering myself. And then as the start the downswing, I'm pushing into my left side, and we finish onto the left hand side. So I'm moving pressure and mass. Instead, what the tendency was, I was really concentrating on loading up to that right hip. And then from there, I was just firing that right hip, staying back, which was pushing also my path too far left. So again, I'll document those drills, have a look at my socials. So it's all about moving my pressure and my mass a lot more efficiently, which if hopefully we go there, you can see the idea is as I go here, the club will naturally drop the hands and shallow. So drills, drills, drills. So fourthly, in terms of practice, at the moment, I just haven't got time to hit ball after ball after ball. And coming up also, it's Easter holiday time, so I want to spend some time with the family. So I'm not going to get to hit many balls. So every day, what I can do is a big thing, what Pete Cowan pushes also, is just using body drills to get used to that feeling. So every day, throughout the day, I'll probably be in the supermarkets, down in the gym, I will be now moving my body drills to go get that body feeling, get the pressure moving. If I can do this 100, 500 times a day, try to ingrain this feeling. So if you haven't got time to hit ball after ball after ball, get using the body drills. They really do work, but just make sure we're doing the correct body drills and the correct movements. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you see me around doing my funky body drills, you know what I'm working on, guys. So that's the slight swing feeling change that I'm going to be working on. Let me know in the comments below if you're working on anything right now. What are your feels? How's it feeling? Is it working? I'm also going to be chatting to, again, local coaches, keep picking their brains, making sure I'm working on the right things. So I'm going to document all this on my social media, obviously in long form videos, so you can see if this is working as the weeks go by. I definitely want to get on to the force plates, check where my linear and vertical forces are, something I've never done. I understand the forces, but I'd like to go and get them measured out. So I'll definitely look at booking in for a session with that. So with my subtle changes, I'll keep checking the data also on the GC3 to make sure my path and all the spin rates are where they want to be with the slight changes. So I'll be using that at the Leisure Pod dedicated venues. If you've not used that facility, get yourself checked in, get your numbers checked as well. So if you're making swing changes, let's have a look at some data as well to check that the changes are still producing the outcomes that you want to. So one important thing as well, guys, when we're making these changes, let's keep videoing ourselves, checking the swings. As we all know, feel to reel is completely different. At the moment, I'm trying to feel that my hands are dropping. It feels like they're way over here and they're still here, as I can't make my swing changes in just 2 days. They're totally ingrained, so it's going to take a lot of body drills to make these subtle changes. Right guys, so that was a quicker weekend show. Just totally fed up with this weather, which I know a lot of you UK greenkeepers are. I speak to quite a few regularly. We've all had enough of this. So hopefully the sun will come out soon. Right guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully it stops raining soon. I'm off to get these body drills. Right, have a good weekend, guys.